Hey everybody, I am so excited today because we're going to use my '09 Craftsman lawn tractor as a test mule to see if the latest version of motor starter from my Kohler V-Twin will actually crank that engine over properly. 5 years I've been using this. My original starter you see here with the '01 part number is horrible. It's very difficult when it's cold, and it's impossible once it gets hot to turn that engine over. I have found that setting my valve lash on here dramatically improves that starting, but it doesn't improve the speed at which it starts, and that's the whole objective of the replacement starter, which the main difference is that it has 9 teeth versus the 10 from the originals, okay? It's just like changing the gears in your rear end on an old hot rod, and get a little more torque at the low end speed and get that engine running. Like I said, this is a knockoff one. There's hundreds of these online. This looks different than most. It has this whole big shell on the back versus just a simple plate like the original. Most of them look more like the original. And this is a, you can focus here, a sea sail. The advertisement is being like waterproof or whatever, like I'm going to be mowing in a lake. I don't know why I need that, but you know, I don't have a completely enclosed area where I store my lawnmower, so I guess, you know, there's moisture comes in here. I figured maybe it'll help, and like I said, it's just throwing a dart. None of us know the quality of any of these things we're going to buy, so I'll be able to keep you updated on my channel. If this thing will last 3 months, I'll let you know. If it fails the very first time we try it, you're going to see it right now with me, okay? So like I said, the only other difference is you see some minor differences, like this has a slotted hole, this one doesn't. If anything doesn't fit right, I'm going to tell you on the machine. I'll let you know right away. And like I said, I'm going to do 2 tests with both of these, because if I start it in high speed, both will spin and turn and start my engine. I want to do it in low speed to try to keep the engine from actually starting, so we can watch the speed of the crankshaft while we're turning it over. So we're going to do throttle off or in low with this one first, and then we'll do throttle high. It's not going to change the speed very much of the engine, but it will a little bit. And then we'll do the same thing with this one. And after I'm done, I'm going to drive and mow this at some point in time, maybe not today, but I'm going to drive this machine and get it hot for a good hour like I normally do, and turn it off, and we'll record then how it starts when it's hot, because that is the biggest problem you get with this one. Now, like I said, my original one works, but yet it's not in very good shape. If you see yours has these parts missing inside of it, they actually are supposed to be underneath this gear, and that gear should rotate out. Mine just pushes out. You see that worm gear inside of there? This is how it should be operating. Most of these new ones you'll see have this might have been one of the updates they did over the years. They went to an 03 to 08 to 10. Most of these you see have a metal piece here, because this just doesn't last. This plastic crap. And as you see how this one it turned, you can't pull this one straight out. It has to rotate out on that worm gear. And when you release it, it's going to spin back in. This one makes awful noises engaging. It still spins, and it still turns an engine over slow. This is not causing it to turn slow. It's just not in very good shape here. So we're going to test both, guys. I hope everybody can see what the difference is going to be. If you have a problem like my machine, that this should be our solution to getting them turned over faster. Just one quick thing while I have the starter removed. Please watch my video on why your breather tube failure causes massive oil leaks in your engine. If you catch that soon enough, you won't end up with oil leaks all around your oil pan like I have right now. And after only about 5 hours, a meticulously cleaned engine looks like this now, from it draining oil out between the oil pan seal. Once you bust that RTV free, it's never going to seal back up, and it's always going to leak. So please watch my video. Another small leak in the front, and another one on the other side as well. So please watch my video. Keep your engine from getting like this. So we'll put the original starter back on. We're going to do the first test. Okay, original starter. Throttle turned all the way in low. Choke all the way off. Let's see what happens. probably 90 degrees today. That's way better than it normally is. But you can see it stalling out and hitting lumps. Okay, and that's usually worse than that, to be honest with you. So if I go ahead and put this in high speed, it's going to start. All right, I'm not going to let it run because I don't want the engine to get hot, because I want to test the difference between the new starter. So let's just hit high speed and see if she'll crank. Apparently it needs a little choke. Okay, needs a little choke. So you can see the high speed and low speed really didn't change how it started. And really that was starting better than most days. It's a 90-degree day. If it was more down around the 60s or 70s, it would be way slower. So I'm put the new starter on. We're gonna watch and see what does next. Okay, new starter seemed to bolt up just fine. You get a 10 millimeter instead of a 7/16 for the new nut. And choke is back off, throttle's back in low. Let's see what happens. I have no idea if this is gonna engage now. This is gonna be the first time trying this. Let's see what happens. Ooh, that's a big difference, huh? Wow. Wow, that's what I'm looking for right there. Hell yeah. I'll put this in full speed now. You know it's gonna crank right away. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Still needs a little choke. It's cold. That's fantastic. That's what we need right there. Crank this engine over faster, start up right away. All right, next and last test it once it gets hot. I'll be back next time I mow. I'm gonna record how it starts when it's very hot, this engine. Okay, it's late June, it's 89 degrees. I just mowed all the way up and around the barn. I did this whole area down here of what everybody calls the orchard grass, thick and wet, super hot and muggy outside, thundering off in the distance. I got the throttle in low. Let's see how it turns over now. Wow! Wow! It started in low when it's super hot. All right, guys. That answers the question. Does this new version of replacement starter help you start your engine? Without question. Strongly suggest anybody doing this. You don't have to buy this type I'm buying. You can keep track on my channel, see if this one lasts or not. Oh, holy crap, man. This thing would never ever have started in low speed once it got hot. I don't care what. It would have been impossible. So this is definitely the fix. Without question, this is the fix. Make sure you have a good battery. Make sure you set your valve lash, but buy yourself a starter, man. Just end all this thing. Is my engine gonna start? And just have to keep staying on your mower for hours and hours like I would do, because if I'm afraid if I stopped it, I would never get it back started again. This is absolutely fantastic, guys. I was excited about this, and I'm really happy with the results. So hope this helps some of y'all guys out there know what to do with your machine. Thanks everybody for watching. Check you next time.